Good evening. You're now with me, Lorenzo Isaac, for TVS Nightline. Here are the headlines for tonight. Man protested for Palestine by burning himself. Improved quarters for state civil servants. BINTULU Port Holdings Media Appreciation Night. A 25-year-old U.S. Air Force personnel known as Aaron Bushnell passed away after setting himself on fire outside of the Israeli embassy in Washington, D.C. This act of self-immolation was live-streamed on his Twitch account, where he described it as an extreme act of protest to rid his conscience of being complicit with the genocide happening in Palestine.
I'm about to engage in an extreme act of protest, but compared to what people have been experiencing in Palestine at the hands of their colonizers, it's not extreme at all.
The incident took place slightly before 1 p.m. and the video showed Bushnell, clad in his uniform, walking towards the Israeli embassy with a bottle containing a translucent, flammable liquid. Upon arriving at the embassy's gate, he was questioned about his presence at the entrance by security personnel. He completely ignored their queries and proceeded to douse himself with the liquid and set himself on fire while shouting, "Free Palestine." While burning, the security pointed a gun toward Bushnell, which left many confused about such action. He passed away due to severe burns while he was rushed to the emergency. Earlier today, a candlelight vigil was held at the spot where Bushnell died, where hundreds of people gathered. Many hope that the death of the active duty air personnel would spark a change in the U.S.'s stance towards the genocide. Bushnell's incident is the second self-immolation involving a U.S. Army personnel for the Palestinian cause. Currently, Israel has murdered over 30,000 Palestinians since October 7th.
The Sarawak government will ensure that civil servants serving in the state will enjoy a more comfortable and improved living quarters to increase productivity and well-being. Premier Sarawak Dato' Petinggi Tan Sri Abang Johari Tun Openg said that the state government will also ensure that this infrastructure development is carried out comprehensively, especially the construction of quarters in rural areas of the state.
In a text speech read by Deputy Premier Dato' Ahmad Douglas Ugambas, Abang Johari emphasized that priority is given to those residing in rural areas.
Menyentuh mengenai kekurangan kuartus, terutama di luar bandar, bagi kerajaan Sarawak, kita sedar bahawa kekurangan kuartus, terutamanya di kawasan luar bandar, adalah satu cabaran yang perlu ditenangi dengan serius.
He said this in his speech during a gathering with civil servants at the Congress of Union of Employees in Public and Civil Services QPACS program in Miri on Tuesday. Additionally, Uga assured that this matter has been brought to the higher authorities for feasibility studies and further action. Meanwhile, he urged all the state's civil servants to master the latest technology skills to remain relevant and contribute to digital skills in line with Sarawak's aspirations to adopt such technology in its public service delivery.
BINTULU Port Holdings Berhad had its Media Appreciation Night earlier this evening in appreciation of media members and practitioners in the state. Among those who also received the recognition awards include TVS. For more insights, we turn to our reporter Cheryl Shaminato, who is at Sheraton Hotel Kuching, to tell us more. Go ahead, Cheryl.
All right, thank you, Lorenzo, from the studio. You're now with me, Shol Shamato, and I'm now currently at Sheraton Hotel Kuching for the BINTULU Ports Holdings Media Appreciation Night earlier tonight, which is now still going on. Now, among those dignitaries who were at the event here earlier is Dato' Ahmad Haji Muhammad Abu Bakar Marzuki, who is the State Secretary of the State of Sarawak, who is also the Chairman of BINTULU Port Holdings Berhad. And also as well with other dignitaries as well, we also have the Director of Japan, who also would like to wish all media practitioners in commemorating them earlier here tonight. Now, a little bit on the event and also the speech that we had earlier as well. According to Group Chief Executive Officer of BINTULU Port Holdings Berhad, Uzan Abdul Ghani, among the announcement that's being made is the BINTULU Ports Holdings Berhad is aspiring to become a premier green energy port. Now, we know with all these initiatives and efforts coming on and going on, the state of Sarawak is envisioning towards this agenda, and BINTULU Port Holdings Berhad is also on the right track to becoming them. Now, the aspiration serves to quench the thirst of the world for green energy in the years to come. Now, according to him also, in realizing the vision of the Premier of Sarawak, Dato' Patiki Tan Sri Abang Johari Tonopeng, is making Sarawak an economic powerhouse, and this also is not leaving behind ports and BINTULU ports being achieving in this vision as well, to have a strong infrastructure in building an efficient and well-operated port. Now, this is one of the things that we hope to excite for more, according to the appreciation night that was held earlier today. BINTULU Port Holdings hold a also a very big stake in also quenching the thirst and turning Sarawak into an economic powerhouse. Now, in addition also, BINTULU Ports is the flag bearer of Sarawak Ports and is home to the largest liquefied natural gas, or LNG, proudly export terminal in East Malaysia. It has the biggest container terminal in East Malaysia, larger than all the containers handled by the total 8 Sabah ports combined as well. Now, not only bearing the export outlet of palm oil products for Sarawak, this accounts to 95% of Sarawak exports. This is very interesting because this is a huge stake in the region, and also to making a clean energy powerhouse. This definitely puts Sarawak as a frontier of clean energy, spearheading in the nation's clean energy efforts as well. And it is estimated BINTULU Ports and Semenanjung Port combined will handle in the region of nearly ½ a trillion ringgit. Not only that, Lorenzo, we're proud to say that for tonight, TVS has also been honored one of its appreciation also as well by BINTULU Ports Holdings Berhad. So thank you very much, BINTULU Port Holdings Berhad. And also being graced with other media practitioners. And definitely a night like this tonight is also well to commemorate everyone who is gathering here tonight. There's so much more, and for more insights, do stay tuned to TVS's official website at tvsarawak.my, and also all of TV Sarawak's official social media platforms. That's all for me, Cheryl Chamato, and videographer Aziz Saleh for TVS Kuching. Back to you, Lorenzo.
Thank you, Cheryl, for the updates. Now moving on, a supportive financial ecosystem aims to sustain the momentum of renewable energy projects by ensuring access to adequate funding and investment opportunities. Such move underscores Malaysia's commitment to advancing sustainable energy solutions and reducing reliance on conventional resources. Group CEO of Malaysian Rating Corporation Berhad, Dato' Jamaluddin Nasir, said while there are policies in place, it is still a work in progress.
A number of investment opportunities coming up, and one of the biggest consideration that everyone is talking about is how supportive will be the financial institution in Malaysia to support this agenda. We also need the financial ecosystem to be supportive of the agenda.
He said this after moderating a panel session at Betsy 2024 on Tuesday. He added that the whole ecosystem must be in tandem with the ongoing initiatives to reap the mutual benefits.
Those ecosystem being supported, I think we will be able to see our agenda flourishing, especially not only for Malaysia but also for Sarawak.
Earlier, Jamaluddin moderated a panel discussion on strategies for sustainable investment in energy transition, opportunities, challenges, and best practices. Meanwhile, Chief Executive Officer of Invest Sarawak, Timothy Ng, said clear and transparent policies are crucial for bolstering investor confidence and attracting increased investments in the renewable energy or RE sector. He emphasized that transparency is key in driving sectoral development.
When you start to not be transparent about things, investors will know it, and then once they know it, the credibility of that whole setup is compromised.
Timothy added, Sarawak is notable in its endeavours to bring in major investors to invest in its myriad of green projects.
So I think Sarawak has done very well in that sense of opening up itself and then being very transparent about the process and along the way stringing investors through the various projects.
With enough investments, he said Sarawak can become the energy exporter it aspires to be.
So to me, in order to support the ambition of the state, there will need to be a lot of investments coming in terms of renewable energy infrastructure and assets. So it means you need to generate a lot more power, sustainably and green. Then you can continue to do a lot of the things that you want to do. Failing which, you could have one or two of these projects, but that's where you stop. Yeah, so I think to me the first order of things is to get a lot more investments in the renewable energy space so that we can not just be self-sufficient, but we are then able to support the ambitions of being an energy exporter.
Sarawak has the solution to mitigate climate change and global warming crisis, but the effort requires substantial financial backing. Deputy Minister for Energy and Environmental Sustainability, Datuk Dr. Hazlan Abang Hipni, said Sarawak's foray into renewable energy was a direct response to climate change and global warming.
So Sarawak has the solution to mitigate climate change, at least for this part of the world, because we have both the natural-based solution and also the technical-based solution. I must emphasize the pivotal role of the financing sector in translating our objectives into reality.
He said this in his closing remarks at BETC 2024 today. At the ceremony, Dr. Hazlan also stressed the importance of collaboration as key that drives the economic growth and noted that the industry will be a new area of revenue for both the people and the Sarawak government. The two-day BETC 2024 event is co-organized by SEDC Energy and Mark Ratings Berhad.
The Sarawak Ministry of Utility and Telecommunication has launched the Sarawak booth known as Ruai Sarawak at the Mobile World Congress 2024 in Barcelona, Spain. Its Minister Datuk Sri Julaihi Narawi in a press release said Ruai Sarawak will showcase its digital economy initiatives outlined in the Sarawak Digital Economy Blueprint 2030, highlighting its commitment to driving innovation and fostering growth in the digital landscape.
Julaihi, who led the Sarawak delegation to the Congress, said Sarawak aims to position itself as a key player in the mobile technology ecosystem globally, with a focus on digital initiatives and sustainable solutions. Thus, he said, Sarawak's presence at the MWC24 underscores the state's commitment to driving innovation and leveraging technology to address the challenges and opportunities of the digital age, adding that it is also important that Sarawak's development plans and initiatives are visible globally. Adding further, he said through MWC24 this year, the Sarawak delegation aims to explore alternative solutions and inter-networking strategies to stimulate digital and telecommunication ecosystem growth. MWC Barcelona is the largest and most influential event in the connectivity and mobile communications sector. The annual event is participated by professionals and industrial players from various verticals related to connectivity, digital innovation, and technology. Attend the annual conference showcasing the latest technologies in the telecommunications sector.
The Ministry of Women, Childhood and Community Wellbeing Development will continue to focus on empowering women's participation in the economy to enable them to contribute to the state's development. Its Minister, Datuk Sri Fatimah Abdullah, said that this initiative is being implemented through various approaches, including the empowerment of women in the economy through entrepreneurship development programs. She further revealed that through this program, the Ministry, through the Sarawak Women and Family Department, JKWS, has provided one-off empowerment grants of RM2,000 to Sarawakian women.
Dan cara kita ialah untuk memperkasakan wanita melalui potensi yang ada pada wanita itu gunakannya untuk menjana pendapatan, dan ini adalah cara produktif, ya, kebajikan produktif daripada kalau kita beri bantuan bulanan. Bantuan bulanan tu ianya si produktif. Tapi kalau kita beri grant seperti ini, gunakan grant tersebut untuk menjana lagi, ya, pendapatan yang boleh melepasi kemiskinan. Ianya adalah satu program jangka panjang.
Fatimah further added that the grants are aimed at assisting women involved in entrepreneurship to obtain business capital. According to her, this aligns with the ministry's goal to ensure that women-run businesses are well managed and sustainable.
In other development, the Ministry of Women, Childhood and Community Wellbeing Development expects more business premises in the state to accept the usage of the Golden Kenyalang Card KGC. Its Minister, Datuk Sri Fatimah Abdullah, announced that so far, a total of 471 premises have provided such facilities that benefit the cardholders.
Berbeza-beza. Ada yang datang sendiri kepada pihak kita untuk memberi menyatakan bahawa mereka mahu menjadi kenyalang Gold Card sebagai rakan strategik. Ada yang mereka tak tahu pun pasal kenyalang Gold Card, pasal rakan strategik. Jadi tugas ambassador kenyalang Gold Card ini ialah pergi, ya, ke lapangan untuk menerangkan tentang kenyalang Gold Card, tentang keperluan peluang untuk menjadi rakan strategik sebagai memberi balik kepada warga emas dalam komuniti dalam bentuk rebate atau diskaun. Saya sangat bangga melihat orang Sarawak, orang yang ada kedai seperti ini, kemudian dapat memberi rebate, ya. Sekiralah 3% ke, 5% ke, 10%, ada yang beri 15%.
She said this to reporters after handing over the KGC plaque to the new KGC strategic partner, Selamart, in Sarike on Tuesday. Until December 31st, 2023, a total of 16,605 cards have been issued in the Sarike division. To date, there are 32 Kenyalang Gold Card strategic partners in Sarike, enabling KGC holders in the respective division to enjoy various offers and privileges. Welcome back. Prime Minister Datuk Sri Anwar Ibrahim today conveyed his utmost congratulations and pledged his loyalty to His Majesty Sultan Ibrahim, King of Malaysia, and Her Majesty Raja Zarid Sofia, Queen of Malaysia. Anwar, as the leader of the 15th Parliament, in his speech at the Dewan Rakyat, expressed confidence that the government and the people would receive abundant blessings and prosperity from the rule of a king who is just, wise, and caring towards the people and the country.
Dan prihatin terhadap rakyat jelata dan negara. Sebagai teras pemerintahan Raja Berperlembagaan, saya amat berkeyakinan dengan pemerintahan Duli Yang Maha Mulia Tuanku Agung kelak. Malaysia bakal diberkati dengan nikmat perpaduan dan kemakmuran yang berpanjangan.
In his speech, Anwar also expressed heartfelt gratitude to Pahang Sultan Al-Sultan Abdullahi Ayatuddin Al-Mustafa Billah Shah and Tengku Ampuan of Pahang, Tunku Azizah Aminah Maimunah Iskandariah, for their just and wise leadership over the past 5 years. The Prime Minister also prayed that Al-Sultan Abdullah and Tunku Azizah continue to be bestowed with honor and greatness and are always under the protection of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
The Dewan Rakyat today conveyed its condolences to the family of the former governor of Sarawak, the late Tun Pehin Sri Abdul Taib Mahmud, who passed away on February 21st. Dewan Rakyat Speaker Tan Sri Johari Abdul said he prays that God bestows mercy and that the late Tun Abdul Taib is placed among the pious.
Kepada seluruh ahli keluarga Allahyarham Tun Abdul Taib Mahmud, bekas yang dipertua negeri Sarawak yang telah kembali ke rahmat Allah pada 21 Februari 2024. Allahyarham juga pernah berkhidmat sebagai Ketua Menteri Sarawak, Ahli Parlimen bagi kawasan Kota Samarahan dan anggota pentadbiran kesatuan di beberapa kementerian. Kita berdoa semoga Allah SWT mencucuri rahmat kepada Allahyarham serta ditempatkan dalam kalangan orang yang soleh serta lagi beriman kepada beragama Islam. Saya meminta kita sedekahkan Al-Fatihah kepada Allahyarham Tun Abdul Taib Mahmud, manakala kepada yang bukan beragama Islam diminta bertakafur selama seminit. Al-Fatihah.
He said this during today's Dewan Rakyat session in Kuala Lumpur. Tun Taib passed away whilst undergoing treatment at a private hospital in Kuala Lumpur. The remains of the late Tun Taib were laid to rest with state funeral ceremonies at the family burial ground near Masjid Jalan Bako.
The National Action Council on Cost of Living will deliberate on the proposal to exempt water and electricity bills from the Sales and Service Tax (SST). The Minister of Domestic Trade and Consumer Affairs, Dato' Armizan Muhammad Ali, said that this consideration was made in light of the 2% SST increase effective beginning this Friday.
Perkara berkaitan kenaikan SST ini memang dalam mesyuarat jawatankuasa pemantauan pelaksanaan dipengerusikan oleh Amat Berhormat TPM yang lepas, kira-kira 2 minggu lepas, memang ada satu paper khusus untuk kita melihat kesan dan impaknya. Dan insya-Allah perkara yang dibangkitkan oleh Yang Berhormat Eritam ini kita akan bawa untuk dikaji dan kita bawa kepada mesyuarat nakul yang akan diadakan pada 20 Mac nanti untuk pertimbangan selanjutnya. Terima kasih.
Armizan said this in response to a question from Air Hitam MP Datuk Seri Dr. Wika Siong. Previously, Prime Minister Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim, through the 2024 budget, announced several taxation reforms to be implemented next year, including raising the SST rate from 6 to 8%. This increase does not involve food and beverage as well as telecommunication services.
Prime Minister Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim has stated that Malaysia and Cambodia have agreed to explore proposals to increase the number of flights between Malaysia and Cambodia. The proposal put forth by his Cambodian counterpart, Prime Minister Hun Manet, is reasonable considering its significant impact and potential for both countries.
We explored the issue of tourism and 47 flights a week from Cambodia to Kuala Lumpur and Kuala Lumpur to Cambodia. But then you have suggested, and I agreed, that we should explore new routes to expand this because there's a huge potential in both our countries.
At the same time, Anwar added that Malaysia is also interested in collaborating with the country to strengthen its Muslim community. This is to nurture young talent with the skills and knowledge needed to meet future business needs.
We also work together with the Muslim community with your support for whatever training required to ensure that they will play a positive and meaningful role in Cambodia.
The Prime Minister also expressed gratitude to Cambodia for greatly assisting and resolving issues concerning Malaysian job scam victims. He described the assistance provided by Cambodia, especially by its police and immigration authorities, as very prompt, and Malaysia greatly appreciates the support shown.
The 3-day period of 599 ringgit maximum fare for one-way economy class to Sabah, Labuan and Sarawak during the Aidilfitri season will be extended to 2 weeks. Hence, according to the Transport Ministry, the requested initiative will incur quite a significant cost, with no specific funding from the Treasury Department.
He said this to the media after officiating the Roots Asia 2024 at the Masuri International Exhibition Centre on Tuesday. Lok emphasized that even a 3-day extension will incur significant costs for his ministry, amounting to millions of ringgit. Therefore, he highlighted the constraints the government faces, particularly regarding financial resources, stating that there wouldn't be adequate funds to cover the requested 2-week period. Last Saturday, Lok announced that the government has implemented a maximum fare of 599 ringgit for one-way economy class flights from the peninsula to Sabah, Labuan and Sarawak. Yesterday, the Consumers Front of Sabah made an appeal to the government requesting an extension of the 3-day period with a maximum fare of 599 ringgit to be prolonged to 2 weeks to enable more residents from the 3 regions to benefit from the reasonable flight ticket prices when travelling back to their hometowns.
The Ministry of Science, Technology and Innovation MOSTI holds the belief that nuclear technology can find applications across multiple domains, enhancing the quality of life for the people. The Ministry Secretary General, Datuk Dr. Aminuddin Hassim, highlighted ongoing research and development endeavours aimed at ensuring the safe utilisation of nuclear technology.
He said this following the launch of the MOSTI Targeted Promotion Program on Tuesday. Aminuddin added that nuclear technology can also be utilized to address various issues. For instance, MOSTI researchers are currently actively engaged in resolving challenges related to food security. He underscored the importance of changing the negative perception surrounding nuclear technology, emphasizing the alignment with the implementation of the National Nuclear Technology Policy (DTNN) 2030 launch last September. Meanwhile, Malaysian Nuclear Agency Director General Dr. Rosli Darmawan stated that his agency has undertaken numerous studies on the utilization of nuclear technology across diverse fields, including safety, environment, industry, and manufacturing.
On to world news. The daughter of former Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif took control of Pakistan's most populous region, becoming the country's first woman to govern a province. Maryam Nawaz Sharif was elected Chief Minister in her family's long-time power base of Punjab province after Pakistan held national and provincial polls on February 8.
Her father, widely known as the Lion of Punjab, was Prime Minister 3 times, his last stint ending in 2017. Her uncle Shehbaz, also a previous premier, looks set to rule again after family's Pakistan Muslim League Nawaz (PMLN) party agreed to govern in coalition with the Pakistan People's Party. The alliance also saw the PPP's Punjab lawmakers back Maryam for the Chief Minister's office, where she will preside over the province of 127 million Pakistanis, more than half the national populace. Nawaz and Shehbaz flanked Maryam as she was sworn in. Yesterday, Maryam was quoted as saying that her appointment was the making of history.
And those were the updates on TVS Nightline. I'm Lorenzo Isaac. Thank you for watching and have a good night.